Hello guys, welcome to LawPutra YouTube channel, and today's topic is stay of execution, order 21, rule 26 to 29, and this is me Untitled. So today what we are going to learn is about order 21, which comes under Civil Procedure Code 1908. Okay, so this actually civil procedure is divided into two parts. One part speaks about sections, so it has 158 sections, and second part speaks about the rules or the orders, or usme order 21 from rule 26 to 29 we are going to study. First is, what is a degree? Degree is an official order given by a court which has force of law, and a order is a formal expression of a court. It is expressing itself, and it is not a degree, or it is not the final decision. It's just expressing itself. It's giving order. And stay of execution bole to, I'll give you an example that A is having a property and B claims that that property is his. So he goes to court, and court gives a degree saying that court gives a degree or order that nahi, the property doesn't belong to A and it belongs to B. So now the possession of that property will go to B. So while doing this process, A can go to court and ask for court to give a stay order on this execution, because for any reasons, it might be any reasons. So at that situation is known as stay of execution. So we are going to study this under order 21. So order 21 generally deals with the act of stay of executions of degrees passed by the courts. So we will see that what is in rule 26, order 21. So rule 26 says that when court can stay execution, that is, when court can give stay execution or order of stay. So first thing, we have to see that who all can give the stay execution. So the powers lies in two courts. First, the one which passes the degree, and the second court is the degree has been passed and the execution of this is transferred to another court, that is transferable court or transferee court. So unke paas power hai, and the court says that there has to be a security. For example, abhi Mr. A, now the order has come that he has to have that possession of that property. Then Mr. B requests for a stay order in this matter. Now Mr. A is in the loss, so he has to have some certain security. So if that security is fulfilled, or that compensation or that security ki haan bhai ki, then the court passes a stay of execution. So rule 26 says that a person can go for stay of execution when he gives any reasonable reasons for it. Okay, so reasonable causes, like for example that he want to appeal for a higher court or a appellant court, then he'll come to the court and say that nahi, abhi mujhe stay order dijiye please, because it would be very difficult for me to execute this order as I'm going to appeal. So in such situations, the order can be given for stay on execution. This is rule 26. So there's a difference between stay order and quashing order. So in stay of the order, you will just put a stay on it, like it is in existence still. Okay, it is going to happen, but then not right now. There is going to be a delay in executing that order. But quashing of order is वो हुआ ही नहीं है, like this order doesn't exist anymore. It's like removing or deleting the order. So there is a difference between stay of order and quashing of order. So let us speak about rule 27. So what rule 27 speaks is liability of a judgment debtor. So judgment debtor, this term will be explained in a deeper sense when we are studying rule 29. So for now, a judgment debtor is someone against whom the degree has been passed. Okay, so they are saying that if there is no, if according to rule 26, if there is any reinstitution of property or discharge of the judgment of debtor, it does not restrain the courts from restarting the execution. It means that there is a very simple take on this. Okay, for example, Rule 26 में, by using Rule 26, you have released a person, okay, or the possession of property is given to that person. But then later you can again take away that property from him and arrest him. That means the court has no restrictions कि एक बार order दे दिया तो that's all. It can restart the execution again. That is what Rule 27 speaks about. Okay, so now Rule 28. Rule 28 says that if a person has gone to a court saying that I need a stay on execution on this particular matter, it can be the court which he appeared before or an appellant court, then the court which is in charge to execute this thing is also binded by it. For example, now Mr. A has gone to a court saying that he needs a stay order on possession of his property by some other person, and the court decides कि नहीं भाई, you can have a stay on this. Then there is executing court as well. So that court is also liable to this, and it is binding upon them also. It is binding on them as well, is what Rule 28 speaks. So let's see what Rule 29 speaks. So Rule 29 speaks about stay of execution pending suit. So an example. So Mr. A and Mr. B, now they are fighting over a property. Now Mr. A goes to the court and files a suit against Mr. B. Now he becomes a plaintiff, and Mr. B, against whom the suit has been filed, he becomes the defender. Now, by chance or by luck, Mr. A wins the case and the possession of that property will go to Mr. A is the order. Now Mr. A becomes a degree holder and Mr. B becomes a judgment debtor. Now Mr. B thinks that nahi, this is wrong and I need to appeal, and he goes to the same court again and he files a suit against Mr. A. Now Mr. B is a plaintiff and Mr. A is a defender. So in such situations, the court put stay of execution on the degree which was passed. That is, what was the degree or what was the order that the possession of property should go to Mr. A. But now it will have a stay order, because to create more confusions, there will be confusions. So to stop that confusions, they will put a stay order. But the main thing which we have to remember is this whole thing of A putting a case and then B putting a case on A, it all should happen in a same court. Then only a stay execution will be passed. Okay, to sum up, Order 21 speaks about stay execution. Rule 26 speaks about when can a stay execution be given. Rule 27 speaks about liability of a judgment debtor. Rule 28 speaks about the binding nature of stay execution. 29 speaks about the conflict arise when parties come again to the same court taking the same problem. Okay, so this is it for today. If you like our content, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Until then, bye-bye.